the Duelist of the Order tournament. The biggest tournament in all of the Jedi Order. This is to prove who's the best Jedi dueler when it comes to strictly one-on-ones. This tournament usually has maybe up to 40 to 50 people attend each time. Initiate Plus can enter, but when I saw this announcement, I saw that this Duelist of the Order was going to be hosted on NA servers. Now, even though I have a horrible history with tournaments, when a tournament is your region, it gives you a big advantage. I'm telling you, the known galaxy combat, it's fun, but it's very ping dependent, unfortunately. So, yeah, this definitely, you know, gave me a little bit of some confidence to win this. This is going to be the first official tournament that I attend with my new PC. And on my old PC, if I attended a tournament on my old PC, I would be at 30 FPS in every single duel. Like, it was impossible to fight. Now, when this announcement was made, I was pretty rusty. I just came back to the game. I was also a new Jat member. I think I was maybe a novice. Whilst people have been practicing for months, maybe way longer than me. Now, if you do play the known galaxy, you might be wondering,
I had the best brain that dual staff plot twin, Duelist of the Order. How is that fucking possible?
a lot of you might remember my brain dead playstyle. I really just couldn't think for shit on combat. I really just did whatever. I'd say the way I prepared for this tournament was developing a consistent playstyle. Now, what I mean by that, something that I was trying to perfect this time with my playstyle is making it consistent enough to the point where I can win back to back to back. Now, in the past, I would have a playstyle where I would pretty much just spin. Yo, who's playing that, bro? Now, in the past, I had a playstyle of doing WASD, just like literally doing random shit. And I guess it worked if I was facing somebody who was horrible at the game. Maybe around the beginning of January, I realized, yeah, this playstyle does not fucking work anymore. Now, with my playstyle now, I don't go at a shift lock anymore, and I've just been practicing on the dummies. Like, that's literally all I did for preparation for this tournament. Dummy practice is actually very underrated. The more I just kept using these, just working on combos, it helped me be more consistent with certain combos that I was pretty good with. Stuff that I like to do with my playstyle is, like, I like to do short range dash snipes. I like to go for quick skid hits. My playstyle, I like to summarize my playstyle as being creative with Gemso. I mean, with Gemso, you can't really ghost parry. It's when you parry near the end of your parry animation to, like, hide it. Like that. So you can see I used up a parry, whatever the fuck it is. Gemso cannot do that because simply the animation, with the parry animation, just doesn't line up with its hits. Like, you can try to do it, it's just impossible. So that's the thing with Gemso, you have to be creative and you have to be consistent with it in order to work and bait people with it. I like to use fast movements. I don't really ever like stop moving in a fight. I feel like it helps me bait the other person. And what I mean by that is the more I move around them, the more they're going to be chasing me. That's what I want them to do. That's what kind of like my playstyle is dependent on. But that's pretty much a good explanation of how my playstyle adapted for this tournament. And fast forward to January 12th, the Duelist of the Order tournament was starting. Now, you're probably going to call me an idiot, but I completely forgot to record my first 2 rounds. And to make it even worse, the tournament got postponed because an exploiter came in and teleported us all to a random location, and then the whole thing got postponed. Now, luckily, the bracket was still in place. I got through my first 2 rounds. Maybe it wasn't really that bad of a thing. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise kind of thing. It gave me more time to practice for the tournament. Because who knows, maybe if this tournament wasn't postponed, maybe I wouldn't have even came close to winning. I feel like maybe this period gave me more time to improve. Fast forward another 7 days, January 19th. Now, this is the official day of the tournament. Me being me, I forgot to record my first 2 matches, unfortunately. But up to round 4 is when I actually remembered to record. My first match was against Yasun. Now, Yasun is a Jat member. He is a Jat novice as of right now. He's a very good dueler. Yasun is a Shicho user. He has a very patient playstyle. Kind of relies on ghost parries a lot, but he's very good with them. He's very good at baiting. Now, Yasun is off region, which gave me the advantage. However, he is pretty good at adapting, I'd say. So I knew I had to play cautious against him. That was pretty much my whole plan against him. I just had to play cautious. I couldn't fall for his baits. I wanted to make him parry waste, and I feel like I did pretty good with that. Now, enough of me talking. Enjoy the rest of the round. So now, my next round. Round 5. Now, in round 5, I am against Jake. Now, Jake is a Makashi user. He is a very, like, he almost fights like it's old combat. Really, I don't know really how to explain old combat, but just know Makashi and ghost pairing was like, it was the meta back then. And as you can see in the fight right now, he definitely surprised me. I wasn't really expecting much from him because I kind of assumed his skill based off of his rank, and I really shouldn't have done that. Like, that's like the dumbest thing to do. Rank does not determine skill, so obviously he's got some experience under his belt. He is very good with baiting, probably like one of the best baiters I've ever seen in this tournament. So the main way I had to win against this guy is make him waste all of his ghost parries. That's literally how you have to fight slow forms, because you have to be careful. You can't really see the parry animation sometimes, so you just kind of gotta wait. Also, another thing to know about fighting these type of people in tournaments is that you cannot get too aggressive. If you get too aggressive, you're just gonna waste all your force. You're gonna have no more parries, and you're just gonna lose slowly. And yeah, this is how the match went. Now, the semifinals matchup, we're getting pretty far. I did not think I was going to get this far. My nerves are kind of getting to me here. Now, from now on in the tournament, semifinals and the finals are best of 5. So, meaning you have to get 3 wins in order to win your round. And also, the mat is bigger. Now, I was up against a Linifi. Now, a Linifi now is a very good dueler, but during this tournament, I'd say they weren't really at the level that they are now, but they still were pretty good of a threat. Like, obviously, they got into the semifinals. A Linifi has a very aggressive playstyle, tries to end fights fairly quick. I guess you could say a Linifi can get a little bit impatient at times. That's something I knew going into this. Something you should also do when you're in tournaments is that you should definitely watch other people's matches, get a little good idea of what the other person is doing in case you fight them. I knew if I wanted to be a Linifi, I had to abuse his impatience. So what I tried doing is pretty much chasing a Linifi, but not really doing much, kind of just showing pressure. And what I mean by that is kind of like, you're not wasting force, but you're staying near the person, kind of just making them, you're just gonna kind of like see what they're doing. That's kind of like the plan. Going for a few attack blocks every now and then, because I knew if I stayed close to a Linifi, I feel like it would make him waste his resources slowly. Now, I hope I explained that well. I'll probably make an advanced combat guide soon to, you know, go more in depth about these few strategies I have. But yeah, here is how the match went. So I made it to the finals, and as the losers bracket was finishing up, the losers bracket finals was between Velsvix and a Linifi. So to conclude this match, Velsvix won, and that was the finals matchup, me versus Velsvix. Now, if you don't know who Velsvix is, I mean, they also go by MIDI. Velsvix has a history of being, like, one of the best duelists in the game, like, by far. I even get flawless to buy Velsvix sometimes, but as I've said earlier in this video, I have the ping advantage since MIDI is off region. Now, Velsvix's playstyle is pretty much passive-aggressive. Something that I notice when I fight Velsvix is that she pretty much tries to break my block bar as, like, fast as possible. It's, I don't know if she specifically plays like that for me, but when I hold block for even like maybe just 4 seconds, my block bar is just absolutely decimated with the amount of dash hits that I get hit from. So I knew I had to be careful of managing my block. I didn't want to fucking lose the finals match due to a block bar break. That would be pretty fucking not really ideal. MIDI also excels in close quarters combat, which is pretty much hugging the opponent. Keep in mind, during this tournament, we literally still have frame 1 kicks. You can instantaneously break somebody's block bar with no delay at all. So the close quarters combat strategy was very effective during this tournament, and MIDI is very good at it. Now, to prevent this, I knew I had to go for a lot of hits that made me go past my opponent, but still hitting them. So obviously, you can see I'm using a lot of dash hits. I'm using a lot of dash snipes and skid hits. And you can tell these hits make me go past my opponent. This is good because it helps me create distance and being aggressive at the same time. If I get too close to Velsvix, I'm pretty much just going to get shredded. Alright, that's pretty much all I can really say. Again, I can probably go more in depth about combat strategies in another future video. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this finals match, and here is how it went. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is how I became Duelist of the Order. It was a very fun tournament. I had a really good time, obviously because I won, but still, it was a really fun time. All right, it was a really fun time. Like, everybody that I fought gave really good fights. But the next Duelist of the Year tournament is gonna be in EU, and I have to defend my title in EU servers. Obviously, I'm gonna attend that. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I want to give a big thanks to QUIVRS because without the help from his competitive Saber League server in his tournaments, it definitely helped me improve a lot. Competing in the tournament that he hosted not long before the tournament, it definitely gave me a good idea of what to do for the tournament. It just made me feel more comfortable in the tournament, and I feel like it helped me a lot. And I'll leave a link in the description of the competitive Saber League server in the description of this video. If you want to join, have fun, you know, get better at competing in tournaments, definitely join the server. And yeah, just use the server as a way to improve your dueling. So yeah, that's it for me in this video. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.